Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news coming from the University of Michigan tonight, where the football team's co-offensive coordinator, Matt Weiss, is on leave. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Tonight, ESPN and the Detroit News both reporting Michigan football's co-offensive coordinator, Matt Weiss, is on leave amid a police investigation. School's police department telling ESPN it is investigating a report of computer access crimes. These alleged crimes occurred in December at Schembechler Hall, though the exact focus of the investigation is still unclear. But of course, it comes after an NCAA probe of rules violations involving impermissible contact with football recruits. Weiss joined the team in February of 2021 after spending several years with the Baltimore Ravens of the NFL. We have reached out to the university for comment and are waiting to hear back. All right, also breaking tonight, I-75 in downtown Detroit back open now after a crash leads to a hazmat situation.
This happened in the southbound lanes near Gratiot. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with the night cam. Tim.
The I-75 freeway has since reopened. There's some video there of the semi being towed away from the scene. I'm being told a little drizzle and some high speed caused that semi to spin out of control, hit the wall, spilling its diesel across the freeway. Take a look at the video a little bit early on. This is the lay of the land. You see Ford Field off in the distance there. Over the railings here, you see that truck, diesel fuel being picked up by the work crews down there. No injuries to report. But again, the southbound 75 was shut down for multiple hours this evening as the HAZMAT emergency was declared by the Detroit Fire Department, brought their crews out here because of the diesel spill. Heavy wreckers coming to the scene, getting this truck out of here. It was this time last night. We had exactly the same thing. Another blue semi just like that. Lost control, hit the wall. No diesel spill on that occasion. But tonight a different story. Light drizzle, some diesel, and basically you've got a skid pan. But to reiterate, I-75 now back open after an extended closure this evening. That's the scene. With the night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim, new tonight, it's the site of a massive $4 billion investment in Oakland County on what some call the worst stretch of pothole-filled roadway in Metro Detroit.
It's a keen competition for that title, but with cooperation between Republicans and Democrats, $7 million from the federal government is on the way. Mara McDonald live in Orion Township, and Mara, GM also making a huge investment in the Orion Township operation.
Devin, that's right. $4 billion into the Orion Assembly to essentially make it the plant of the future. Well, the plant of the future is surrounded by roads that look like the surface of the moon. And that's not all that is here. This connects to a major commercial corridor. And now it's going to get a big makeover. You can almost hear the tires crying as they drive over the pitted mess that is the 2.6-mile stretch of Giddings, Silverbelt, and Brown roads.
I think it's the worst road that I've ever driven.
It is a mess which surrounds General Motors' new $4 billion investment into its Orion Assembly to make Silverado EV pickups and connects to the Brown Road commercial corridor.
We can't open the most state-of-the-art plant on planet Earth with infrastructure that doesn't support, some of our gravel roads are in better shape.
Barnett has been lobbying for years to get it fixed and was getting nothing from the county, so he turned to our congressional delegation and Alyssa Slotkin, who at the time represented the district.
And she was extremely receptive.
Republican Barnett and Democrat Slotkin worked hand in hand, and Slotkin secured $7 million federal dollars to put an end to the crumbling infrastructure.
I am such an advocate for regionalism and bipartisanship. We have to work together across city and county lines. That just makes sense. Our residents don't know where the borders start and stop, and we should stop acting like that.
Back here live, the renovation of these roads starts next year, and it's not one of those things where they're going to grade it and then put, new asphalt on. It is a complete rebuild of this, which is what Barnett and any traffic engineer who's looked at it says is really needed. We are live in Orion Township tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Mara.
Michigan State University releasing the findings from a survey about sexual misconduct on campus, and it appears the school is making strides. Our Pamela Osborne spoke to students about the survey and its results and got their ideas of what they'd like to see next.
Michigan State University releasing findings from its No More at MSU campus survey. Nearly 12,000 students were interviewed, and those results were compared to findings from a 2019 survey. Officials say they worked on solutions using that data, and this time there was a decrease in the prevalence of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and workplace incivility.
We partake in these different diversity and just inclusion activities. And
sophomore Olivia Blackman wasn't around for that initial survey, which was the first of its kind, focusing on students and faculty. Elliot Cantor can see the efforts to raise awareness about these issues all around campus, from flyers in the dorms.
Each month they'll have a different theme,
to mandatory training courses detailing what harassment looks like.
It's explaining what it's like to be a bystander and what you're experiencing and things you could intervene if you are witnessing something.
Tools, she says, are helpful. There was something else from the survey, something officials say is alarming. Members of the LGBTQIA plus community reported being victimized at, quote, an alarming rate, with 72% of undergraduate transgender and non-binary students and another 21% of faculty and staff reporting they have experienced sexual harassment. I did reach out to the LGBTQ plus student group on campus, Alliance. We still have not heard back from them to see what their take is on all of this, but we do know officials here over the next semester are going to be strategizing, coming up with ways to raise awareness and also create some prevention here to bring some assistance to this group of individuals that are still experiencing some difficulties on campus. As for what those students would like to see next, they said they'd like to do these surveys more often, and if there is a comfort level there, they would love to hear from students here at the university about some of their experiences, just to really bring it home. Reporting at Michigan State University, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Okay, Pam. Detroit police make a big arrest in the case of a woman murdered outside her neighborhood liquor store.
19-year-old Bradley Thurman was taken into custody last Friday. Prosecutors say Thurman shot Tracy Golden, then stole her SUV. She died at the hospital. This all happened December 28th on Grand River on the city's west side. Police determined the robbery suspect was the same person who shot Golden. Thurman is being held in the Wayne County Jail.
Again, I'm going to make it clear. We are going to relentlessly, unapologetically pursue people who victimize our community, period. You're not going to outwork us. You're not going to outthink us.
There's no closure, not to me. No, this is something that we will have to live with for the rest of our life.
Thurman is charged with first-degree murder and armed robbery. Tonight, the cousin of Zion Foster is out of prison less than a year after being sentenced in her disappearance. Her cousin, Jalen Brazier, told police 17-year-old Zion Foster stopped breathing while they were smoking marijuana and admitted to throwing her body in a dumpster. Last March, Brazier was sentenced between 2 and 4 years in prison for lying to police, but his sentence was cut when he served time in a prison boot camp program. Brazier only served 10 months and was released today, and Zion's mother is not happy.
The document that I received that told me that he was going to be free, it said that this was approved by the judge. My reaction, I'm livid. Someone's life is gone. Things are forever changed, and you just get to go back to live your life like nothing's happened.
You may recall Zion's body has never been found.
Ann Arbor police are looking for the shooter who targeted a home with 2 children sleeping inside. Video shows the shooter get out of a car, run up to an apartment, and fire 2 shots through a window. A 2-year-old and 4-year-old were inside, but nobody was hurt. It happened at the Creekside townhouses on Platt Road near Packard Street yesterday morning. Police are looking for this black Jeep, possibly a Compass or Grand Cherokee. If you know anything, give them a call.
A bank robber caught in a porta potty last year in Dearborn is headed to prison. Prosecutors say Charles Woolery robbed a Dearborn Federal Savings Bank last month for about $1,700. Officers used surveillance video to track him to a parking lot across Michigan Avenue where he was arrested in a porta potty. Police say he still had on him the note that he had slipped to the teller. 52-year-old was charged with armed robbery. He had 14 prior felony convictions. A judge sentenced Woolery to 7 years in prison.